What if the age of discovery happened in reverse? What if instead of Columbus sailing west, a fleet far grander and more advanced sailed east, not in search of spices, but as a projection of unmatched power? In the early 15th century, this wasn't science fiction. It was a very real possibility. This is the story of China's treasure fleet and what might have happened if it had discovered Europe. Between 1405 and 1433, the Ming Dynasty of China, under the commission of the Yongle Emperor, launched 7 epic naval expeditions. They were led by the legendary Admiral Zheng He. These weren't your average exploration parties. This was the treasure fleet. Zheng He's treasure ships, or baochuan, were colossal. Historical estimates suggest they were up to 120 meters long. Compare that to Christopher Columbus's flagship, the Santa Maria, which was a mere 19 meters. A single Chinese fleet could consist of over 200 ships carrying nearly 28,000 men, a floating city of sailors, soldiers, diplomats, and scholars. For 3 decades, they dominated the Indian Ocean, traveling to Southeast Asia, India, the Persian Gulf, and the coast of Africa, demanding tribute and establishing a vast network of trade and diplomacy. But in 1433, it all stopped. A new emperor, influenced by a Confucian scholar bureaucracy that viewed the expeditions as an expensive and unnecessary extravagance, ordered the fleet dismantled. The records were burned, China turned inward. But what if it hadn't? What if on its final voyage, the treasure fleet had rounded the Cape of Good Hope and sailed north towards the mysterious lands of the Fo-Longji, the Franks, their term for Europeans? Imagine the scene in Lisbon or Genoa around the year 1435. A Europe just emerging from the Black Death, politically fractured into warring kingdoms and city-states. Their largest ships are tiny caravels. Suddenly, a fleet of floating palaces armed with cannons and rockets appears on the horizon. The culture shock would have been seismic. The Europeans would have encountered a civilization that was, in that moment, arguably their superior in naval technology, wealth, and organizational power. First contact likely wouldn't have been a conquest. The Ming Dynasty's goal wasn't territorial expansion in the same way as later European powers. Their primary objective was a system of tribute, acknowledging China's status as the Middle Kingdom, the center of the civilized world. European princes, perhaps seeing an opportunity for wealth and powerful allies, might have agreed. Imagine King Henry VI of England or Charles VII of France paying symbolic tribute to the distant Dragon Throne in exchange for silks, porcelain, and advanced knowledge of astronomy and shipbuilding.
The long-term consequences are staggering. The European Renaissance, fueled by this new influx of Eastern knowledge, might have accelerated in unimaginable ways. The Age of Discovery, as we know it, might never have happened. Why would Portugal or Spain fund risky voyages west when the source of immense wealth had come directly to them from the east? The balance of global power would have been completely redrawn. Instead of a world dominated by European empires for the next 500 years, we might have seen a Sino-centric global system, where Beijing, not London or Madrid, was the nexus of power. Of course, we'll never know for sure. The treasure fleet was destroyed and history took a different course, but it's a powerful reminder that our world was not inevitable. A single decision, a different emperor, and the ships that discovered the New World might have been Chinese junks, changing the course of human history forever. What do you think would have happened? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoy exploring history's greatest what-ifs, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.